Alright, hello everybody. It's Hungry Phoenix here, and after a long investigation, I'd like to present some of my findings to the public. First things first, this is not to slander the admins in any way, shape, or form. I've been talking to them, and they are also aware of some of this stuff. So, as some of you might know, earlier today, I posted some questions about this very suspect, in my opinion, account. And I did this after I received some information from an unknown source who has also shared that information with the admins. Anyway, I got to making what I call a player profile, which is essentially if you watch enough replays of a player, you get to start to figure out some of their ticks, some of their habits, and some of their consistencies through the play. So, for example, if we scroll up here a little bit, the first account I looked at was this Gucci Turtle account. And so, you can see things that consistently this player is an Edgepan user who clicks the shop to buy their items, has the auto right-click option turned on, always right-click creeps denies, doesn't use the A-click option, and just generally doesn't click the minimap very often. Queues up the items with the manual right-click purchase, etc., etc. So essentially, if you watch, anywhere between 15 to 20 replays of a player in the laning stage, there's a number of consistencies for each player that they kind of just habitually do. Another great one to look at is items. So item placement and item timing is a big one, and the two most important ones are BKB and Blink Dagger. So if you see, I always put my BKB there. It's always in the same spot. It can change, based on hero. It doesn't matter. It's always in the same spot. You'll always notice my Blink Dagger is always here. My BKB is almost here. And my Phase Boots are usually here. Sometimes they're here as well. But if you watch through 100 of these post-game screens with a BKB, they would be here. Almost 99.99% of the time. So what I started to do was to look at the accounts, and I noticed something pretty consistent. So if we go all the way down here, this is the Thomas the Gank Engine account. These are all the match IDs if anyone wants to verify. But you notice that no matter the hero he's playing, these are the top left Blink Dagger. Always the top left Blink Dagger. And this player is important to note that he is also a WASD camera drag player. I watched like 15 replays, and he's always a WSD and camera drag player, which is kind of unique. They're quite rare these days. Just to sort of substantiate this, if we go to the Thomas, the Gank Engine, let's just go to a random page. Let's find a game with a Blink Dagger. Let's see, this tiny game. 2 months ago. We'll take the match ID. We'll go in. And we should see that top left Blink Dagger. We'll do it again. Let's see, any Blink Dagger. Okay, here is a Tusk game. Another tiny game. What's this? That's a Blink Tusk. Let's check this one randomly. Where is he? Thomas the Gank Engine, top left. It should note that his boots are almost always bottom left. And I've noticed that trend also through different pairs of boots also. So those are some habits for Thomas the Gank Engine. Unfortunately, I can't watch replays that are over like 8 or 9 days old because Valve deletes them. But all of his replays are WSD, so it's pretty common. The next hero that we want to talk about is Theory. And Theory actually doesn't buy a lot of Blink Daggers. As you can see, it's very, very rarely that he buys Blink Daggers, with the exception of Meepo, and I'll get into that in a second. So I think, let's see, can I even find one? Here's one for Huskar. I'm about to go. We go in, we search for the replay. Here's our boy Thomas the Gank Engine. There's Theory, and it's top middle. Top middle. Keep this in mind. Top middle. So that's different from top left. It's top middle. Theory is also an edge pan user, just like me. So when we go to Theory's Meepo games, this is the hero that he buys Blink Dagger on most often. And I think I have some of the games here. Yeah. So this game, you can see it's in the middle. We go to another game, it's in the middle. And if we go to the third game, it's in the middle. So he's a Blink Dagger in the middle buyer on Meepo. Nothing super strange or interesting going on here. The really interesting part is when we look at Thomas the Gank Engine's Meepo games. Because he kind of plays Meepo. And we see Blink Dagger. And so, where is it? When we go to these Meepo games, we notice something very interesting. So here's a Meepo game from 2 months ago for Thomas, or from 4 months ago, sorry, for Thomas the Gank Engine. Do you notice where the Blink Dagger is? Comparatively to where it is in our previous replays. Let me pull one up. Where's this Tusk game at? It's in the top left. But here, it's in the middle. We have another Meepo game from 6 months ago on the account. That is also in the middle, as you can see. And the most interesting game is this game right here, 2 months ago. If we go to Thomas the Tank Engine's games, we go to the matches, we scroll down a bit, we go to the next page. La da 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 da. We're looking for this Meepo game. I forget what page it's on, sorry. Jesus. Here it is. Nope, not that one. Where's the Blink Dagger Meepo game? Did I miss it? I think I missed it. Here it is. Sorry about that. So, this Meepo game, we can check, and it should be in the middle based on the pattern that we've established for Meepo games. It should be on the left if it's Thomas the Tank Engine, but mid if it's Meepo. And it's Meepo. It's mid. Mid for Meepo. If we go back to the very previous game, the Pangolier game, literally the game before, where it was played on Thomas the Tank Engine's, or Thomas the Gank Engine's account, excuse me, we see the top left. So between one game and the next, Thomas the Gank Engine switched his Blink Dagger placement, breaking a pattern that we've established he does consistently, game after game after game after game, on different heroes. One final thing to note. the Meepo games for this undisclosed Smurf or alt account, Gucci Turtle. The tread placement at the end of the games matches the tread placement of Thomas the Gank Engine's Meepo and Theory's Meepo, as does the Blink Dagger placement in the one Blink Dagger Meepo game on record. And then one final piece of information is that Thomas the Gank Engine and Theory are both in the same guild as the Gucci Turtle account, of which Theory and Gucci Turtle are both the owners of said guild. So, the TLDR. Thomas the Gank Engine plays a number of heroes in a number of roles where he puts the Blink Dagger consistently in the top left corner of his item slot. Theory consistently plays Meepo, and when he buys Blink, puts it in the top middle slot. He also does this when he plays heroes like Huskar and buys a Blink Dagger. Thomas the Gank Engine breaks his pattern of putting the Blink Dagger in the top left on the Meepo games that are on his account from many months ago, and for whatever reason decides that when he plays Meepo, he's going to put his Blink Dagger in the exact same spot that his best friend Theory always puts his Blink Dagger. Unfortunately, I'm not able to confirm the use of Edge Pan versus WASD because we don't have a Meepo game on the Thomas the Gank Engine account that I can actually watch. So it is still technically not confirmed. However, just some food for thought. Thank you.